Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Gems of War campaign. Why is it not do it? Did it just crash? Oh, I hate when it does that. Well, 1 second. It doesn't do that too often, but it does do that sometimes. I start up the game, then I start up OBS, and for whatever reason, me starting up OBS, the streaming software thingy, then crashes Gems of War. It doesn't happen too often, but that happens like once a month randomly. Let's see. Alright, I think we're good to go. Anyways, hello everyone. Is it working now? Is it fine? Okay, we're recording. Game is gaming. Alright, anyways, hello everyone. Welcome to the Gems of War, Campaign 16, Week 8, Day 4. Tomorrow we get a new mythic. Actually, it probably even says in our little mail thingy over here. We got a new mythic tomorrow. Unfortunately, it's pretty bad. Where is it? It should say it right over here. It says we got a bounty hunter. Where's the mythic? Are we not getting a mythic the first Friday of the month? Is it because it's on the 1st? That's weird. It doesn't say, like, hey, upcoming mythic. Doesn't it normally? I'm pretty sure it does. But anyways, upcoming bounty hunter. Oh, Spooky Imp's apparently back at drop table tomorrow as well, as is the 1st of December. Today's the last day you can get Spooky Imp till next year, though not really that big a deal. Plus, you can still get it in Soulforge. And then Winter Imp will be in the drop table instead. So when you go for the new mythic tomorrow, you'll be able to go get the Winter Imp. Which is actually the strongest of the imps, oddly enough. Anyways, aside from that, hey, we have the class event today. Class event for the Orbweaver hero class. Most noteworthy, just a defend hero class, like you normally use on Guild War Defend. It's not really used too often offensively unless you're building like a full Zol carry team for boost ratio or something similar, which you might do this week given the restrictions. Plus, I think it has like 20% extra stats this week. Aside from that, yeah, we're going to open some more Volkies. Still trying to whittle those down. We're at 200 right now. Not in like a rush to get them down, but you know, I want to keep chipping at it. And aside from that, if you haven't already, make sure to be saving your XP boosters. They can be saved for Guild War next week in order to get a lot of extra value. Not only do you get 100% extra XP on any day after you've won a Guild War day, but that 100% gets doubled with the double XP booster. So you're basically getting at 200%. So on top of everything the XP booster already does by default. So a lot of extra XP to be had next week. So good idea if you haven't already, start stacking up a few. As you can save them for later and cash them in for way more reward than you would normally be able to. Even if you don't normally take the XP boosters, it's probably one. Oh gosh, we gotta do PvP again. It's one of the few times when it actually is worthwhile. But anyways, where should we start? Let's start with the class event. As far as team, we'll probably just use the one we mentioned in the video, which is just quick kill Deathbringer. You're using a bunch of Dark Maidens to feed it up into mana, and be good to go. Unfortunately, it's the only thing that really had mana link, and I figured we'd go down this route for the additional damage that it has. So put that in. It says I can't use the weapon, but oh! No, I can use. Wait, what? I hate when it says that. Whenever they fixed that, they broke it for everywhere else. You're allowed to use Dustbringer for this mode. It says you can't, but you can. But anyways, hello everyone! Hello, let me start all the way from the top. Hello Isabel, hello Logic Slayer, hello Sushi Ninja, hello Defiant, hello Imperial, hello Lester, hello Isabel, hello Logic Slayer, hello Yeah, hello Draco, hello Solitary, hello Imperial, hello Cookie, hello Frank, too many things in an event to see everything. I think it normally keeps going, even if there is. Hello, Tyrion. Let's see. Just double checking through everything. Let's see. Okay, that's everything. And hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. Alright, take that over. Grab a green. One shot. Rinse, repeat. Which is pretty much our plan. Feed green into, well, any color, but particularly green, into Dustbringer. Get it to full mana. Cast Dustbringer, win. And I believe I'm doing Archmagus. Yeah, I am. So we have extra on purple, we have extra on green. I think I even set a +1 on brown. Oh no, I just put it all on green, purple. So we want to take either green or purple every single time. Green is boosted by 4, and purple is boosted by 5. Since we're getting 3 from Hero, 3 from the Maidens, and then the 2-1 from the Banner. Oh, sorry, it's actually 1 more into green, not 1 more into purple. So it's 5 green, 4 purple, and yeah, that's what we're rolling with here. And ideally, that'll be enough to get us to full mana within a turn or two. Cast a weapon, and it one-shots the first 2 sections, and I think it sometimes has enough for a third. Now that I think about it, we do have 2 higher magic, so who knows, maybe it does have enough. I know the 3rd section is when it starts not one-shotting normally, but we do have quite a bit of magic bonus right now compared to what we normally do. Also, it's been a while since I've used Dustbringer. I forget its exact kill range. It's quite a bit different than the other AoE weapons because it's one of the beefier ones. It's not that much higher, but it is higher. Like, compared to Black Manacles is higher. Like, compared to, like, Diamantina or something, it's not that much higher. I will take that over. Hello, Jamie. Welcome, welcome. You use the same team you did. Nice. Yeah, it's the only thing with Link. Like, if you check what has Link right now, there's, like, no option. This is, like, every option you have right now. Dark Maiden. It's the only thing with Mana Link. Like, you can set other things, but we don't have... Actually, that's not true. We do have an Empower, right? What's our Empower? Okay, I could Empower into green. Wait, why aren't we doing that? Yeah, it should be Empower into green. Let's do that. Alright, we'll double Maiden into an Empower green. Why did I do that earlier? If we're going double green, or triple green, might as well put the other one into deep power. Oh, I should have taken the purple first. This will make it a little bit slower if we don't have alignment, but if we do have alignment, it's just a free max mana. And she has yellow to green, if not mistaken. So anytime we have yellow to green like this board, we just click that, click the weapon, dead. Makes it a little bit quicker. I said, hello, Outlander! Welcome, welcome. Hello, Chad. Welcome. Hope all you guys have been having a wonderful day. Almost the weekend. Soon, TM. Also, assuming we get the Mythic tomorrow, we'll have a video going up on it. I don't see why we wouldn't. Though there is a chance because it falls on the 1st that we don't. So far, every 1st of a month, we have gotten a Mythic. But I feel like if there was any day for us not to get a Mythic for the first Friday of a month, it would be a 1st of a month. So we'll find out tomorrow, but we should be getting a Mythic. I don't see why we wouldn't be. Oh, did I already have alignment? Whoops. Oh yeah, let's take the mana. Yeah, I should just be the normally scheduled Mythic. It's pretty bad, though. It doesn't really do anything. It's like trying to be an alternative rope dart by being worse in every possible way. I really don't see any use case for it. The gimmick of it is interesting, it's just not good enough to be used. Like, the premise of what it does is good if it was done differently. But it has no follow-up. It doesn't gain enough stats. Well, it does gain enough stats. The biggest issue just doesn't have any follow-up. And the weirdest part about it is it does extra skull damage to stunned enemies. But the thing that it applies stun to is the previous first slot that it moves to the back, not the new first slot. So that makes no sense why it does it in that sequence. Because it makes the troop completely useless. Because what it does is it moves itself to the front. It moves your target to the back, but then it stuns whatever you targeted, not the new first slot. You would think it would stun the new first slot because not only would it get rid of, you know, any immunes to, like, skull reduction, dodge, anything like that, but it would also give it 2x skull damage because there's a trait where it does 2x skull damage to stunned enemies. The easiest way to fix that aspect is just have it stun all enemies, because that wouldn't even be too broken, especially if you had no follow-up. You could easily have a consistent stun all enemies and it'd be fine. But it didn't give him that. Like, they already did to a similar troop. What's that guy's name? That one hammer guy from, Kiziel. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Stonehammer. Stonehammer does stun burn consistently to all things and has follow-up. He doesn't have the big durability thing that the other one does, but, I think he gains, like, HP or something. Instead of, like, every offensive stat other than magic. Or every stat instead of magic, I mean. Oh, we'll throw that down. But who knows? Maybe we'll get adjusted before, tomorrow. Though I highly doubt it. It seems like it's going to come out pretty useless. Oh, no! Our slightly higher magic isn't enough magic. We just survive with 5 HP. That's unfortunate. Getting this up twice isn't going to be that big a deal, though. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We can't get a one-shot. What do you convert again? Yellow to... Oh! I remember why I don't use the Empower. The reason why I didn't initially show it with Empower is I was looking at the Empower and then realized Maiden does yellow to... a chosen color, and this does yellow to green. So they both do yellow to something, so you actually don't technically need her. Like, she helps you turn 1, but then she's kind of just there thereafter, because at that point you just would cast Dark Maiden. I remember why I didn't initially use the Empower then. That's fine though. It helps us when we do get a good starting board like that. As I keep forgetting, we still get a billion purple every time we take a purple. We're on like +4 purple right now. You just got 5 Anus from a Horde Mimic? Nice. Yeah, this should be our final section. Definitely gonna need to double cast the weapon. Too bad we can't multiply it. Can I do anything with that? I might as well. I'm not gonna go for the Empower. I'm gonna use the Empower for the second one. That's where you definitely need a double cast here. We don't have alignment. Do I still go for it, though? It doesn't give enough value. I'm just going to take a thing. See if that gives us anything. So we can convert yellow into anything. It doesn't have to be green. We can actually do it into purple. The problem is it has to be aligned with something. And there are currently, like, none on the board right now somehow. We'll take all that mess. That gives us Deathbringer, and that is win. Hey, one of our objectives done. Alright, 4 more battles to go. We get to claim our Thursday 25 gems. It's not a lot, but it goes into the pile. For only 10 minutes, I personally feel like it's still worth it. Compared to other means of farming gems in the game. That are more limited. I will take that over. Though tribute every single hour is still just so good. Oh, I keep forgetting. We can actually get random death mark kills if we get lucky. That's one benefit of Dustbringer. It's one of the reasons why it even has a higher mana cost. I personally feel like it has too high a mana cost for what it does. But when it gets lucky on death mark, it's actually kind of worth it. The problem is it never gets lucky on death mark, so it doesn't really get value from that, unfortunately. Use when Secra and the new weapon, Weaver yellow to green converter, when fast enough. Oh yeah, you can easily just loop Secra. She's usable for everything this week. I was considering it for this. And actually, now that we're at double cast, it might actually be worthwhile. When we were at single cast, it was definitely worth running AoE, like the first 2 sections. But now that we're at triple cast, it is a little bit slower running this now. We're just clicking Secra 1,000 times. Because you don't have to cast her, what, 2 times per kill? 3 maybe, depending on your magic. It's not that bad. Alright, 2 more to go. Also, we don't have that annoying revive one, which is nice. Honestly, have we gotten that in a while? I feel like there's been a lot of Thursday events where we haven't had the 100% revive guy. I just haven't been noticing him lately because of the teams we've been running. But, I don't think he's been around. He's the most annoying one to have to deal with on these days. Because very rarely would you have stun when you're making a team from a kingdom strict based on a specific type. Like for this, for example, we have to be using elves from Zolkari, which really limits what we have access to, of course. I'll just take the purple, I guess. Nice little lucky skull. Grab our last little bit of mana. Oh yeah, I forgot, this does use brown. I don't have any extra mana into brown, but it does consume brown. I keep just taking purple and green because we have so much plus into it, but we can still take brown for some mana too. When applicable. Hey, a Valraven. I don't need that Valraven though. It's actually almost more beneficial if it runs away. That can only convert to green, not to purple. I would have to use Maiden for purple, so we'll do that. Now we could do it if it's still there. It is still there. Ooh. I don't think we've gotten to cast this a single time yet, but we do that. Get Dustbringer down. And that was the way I was planning to get mana before. But we did a mix of Empower and her. And there we go. Claim our free gems, 25, and a little bit of XP if we didn't already have it. And a small amount of gold. But it adds up. Alright, what's on the adventure board today? I didn't actually peek at it earlier. Oh, only gems. Do I have a task to go do it? We do not, just PvP. Oh gosh, we still gotta do PvP. I think we're gonna do that next, actually. After we go claim these extra 10 gems, we're gonna just go to straight to PvP. And we'll do our 5 with like one-shot Diamantina or something. Honestly, I could have just stayed on that team. We had it just already set, and we could have done it for these earlier fights. These things go down very easily. Honestly, we can actually Dust Devil these first 2 fights. They're actually so weak. Though the 3rd fight does have enough durability to survive a Dust Devil one-shot. Sometimes even the 25 hit. Though, a lot of times I think you can get away with the 25 hit here. Yeah, you can. Because they have 24 durability here as the highest. So a lot of times you actually can get away with it. I almost feel like running that on the common one. It's just very rarely that the only option you have on a daily is to take the common. Because the only good common really worth taking is the gem one. And if you go up to the rare one, it's already outside of kill range of Dust Devil. Alright, speaking of kill range, let's see if we can one-shot some things with Diamantina. I think this is at our upper range. We can hit up to about 11,000. This is a bit higher than 11,000, so there's a good chance we're not going to one-shot this. So I want to see. Alright, can we one-shot? Probably not. No, we can. Wow. We can one-shot almost up to 12,000, depending on team. I never realized our kill range is so high now. Like, I knew for a while we've been over 9,000 for kill range. And then, like, slightly over 10,000. But we can almost clear 12,000 team score now for one-shotting. The team score can be deceptive, though. Because depending on what they have, they could be a lot tankier. There's a lot of hero classes that just auto start with barrier. Some annoying things that could be over there, especially in power-wise. As well as infinite loops and stuff like that if they get rolling on, like, turn 1. And even if they are within that lower score, they can still just have higher durability. By some chance. Normally that wouldn't be the case, but it could be. His team score is not perfectly accurate for, like, how difficult the fight is. But it gives a general idea of, like, how many stats the enemy has. It takes part in multiple things, like the hero level that you are, as well as all your bonuses, all your kingdom upgrades, stuff like that. But there is quite a bit of variability that could still be there. This kind of gives a general idea. I wonder if they ever will revamp that. I feel like they do need to do a PvP rework at some point. They mentioned it a while back and then never did it. Remember that treasure hunt rework we were supposed to get? It was similar to that, where they said for a while we were going to get it and then we never did. And I still feel like it's kind of slated at some point soonish. Oh, please don't devour. Your devour chance that... Oh, never mind. I forgot. Your devour is not based on skulls. It's based on how many wild cards on the board. I was going to say his devour chance could be off the chart on that turn, but no, he actually has 0% devour chance. Or not 0. He has a base 10% if there's no wild cards on the board. But then it's like an extra 10% per wild card or something. You know what? I'll take the revenge fight. I was going to switch, but you know what? We'll take the revenge. I think it's using like infinite loop war gear or something. No, it's using... Oh, no, infinite loop Beatrix. I saw the infinite loop structure. I just didn't see what it was around. Yeah, it's Beatrix. That makes sense. We'll just kill the Beatrix, and now he has no infinite loop now. Oh, geez, has 2 things feeding green, literally just a Beatrix. Normally, if you do a Beatrix team, you want to have, like, a secondary damage source. Even that secondary damage source is literally just a second Beatrix. Normally, if you would do that, it'd be, like, a green weapon or something. I guess if it was a Guild War, they'd, like, green book. But a little bit weird seeing Beatrix as the only damage source. Like, it can be your only damage source, but it dies really easily. Alright, let's do one last Diamantina here, and that should be our 5 PvPs. I think we technically already did it, I just didn't see the pop-up for it. I will throw that down. I think we might have already hit it. Oh, we're almost at tier 1. Something I should probably be doing every Monday that I keep neglecting to do. Ah, there we go. 4 XP's queued up for later. Venture board's good to go. Campaign's been done for forever because it got automatically done on Monday. Class event we already poked. At least as far as it's worth going for. Okay, let's go take out Daily Dungeon. Ooh, that's... Honestly, yellow is the worst dungeon day by far. It's not even close. Getting silenced is so annoying. It's one of the reasons we were using Angry Mob for the longest time. I really feel like making a counter team just for this day. Because I don't like having to set Orpheus for this day. My main counter with it is just, if we're running... It's actually one of the reasons why we do run this exact team. Even though I always say, like, why do I still run this team? I feel like it's because of this day. Because we cover every color even while silenced. Yes, our mana accumulation's, like, really slow. But it covers every single color. And there we go. And eventually they come unsilenced. Maybe we can actually use them again. I'm going to kill out this even though he's already damaged just because he's the bigger threat by far. Like, he's the only thing on that team that could even remotely do anything to us. Why not go with Bork? We could, but Bork doesn't have immune to silence, I'm pretty sure. Does it? I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have immune to silence. It's a really good mana accumulator. But it doesn't have immune to silence. But yeah, Bork with Mechanist class is a lot of fun. I feel like I'm obligated to use like Tina 9000 whenever I do, but you don't have to use any other mechs. You can literally just use Bork, damage source, hero, damage source, and you're good to go. Obviously his mech hero class. But you don't have to set mechs as your other things. I always feel like I need to whenever I do that team, but you definitely don't have to. Titan is used a lot like that, where you use it just to feed 50% to one single troop. Because there's just so many giants that you could feed into, like all these trolls, for example, are all giants, as well as all elemental. Also, how's Catherix doing more damage than Zolgov today? He's definitely been the MVP today for the dungeon battles. Also, I would love if he got unsilenced so I can click the button. By the time I can click the button, you're already gonna have full mana. Yep. Oh, and he's still silenced. Oh, but he got cursed. No wonder why. That would explain it. Alright, one more fight. Then we'll probably go say hi to Underspire. I can't remember where we left off in Underspire. Oh, I remember. We were about to take a dead end room, but we were one torch short. So we're about to go do that dead end room right now. Well, after we finish out this dungeon anyways. Then we'll probably hand out the code after we go take it. Hopefully something juicy from the room. We're still silent, so we go take that for now. I don't see any double cascade though. Ooh, 5 times yellow. We'll take that. You're already at full mana. Kill out the dragon that has any chance of killing us. Hopefully at some point we cleanse. I would most want to cast Leprechaun if we could. It's not too big a deal. We'll kill out his tank just in case we do get some skulls down. Perfect timing. And hopefully we can get the Hourglass gem there. Nice. We actually did. Wow. And an extra turn even if we didn't get Hourglass. Very nice. Alright, there we go. Alright, so, next. We did that, we did that. We did that. What else do we still need? We did, oh yeah, Raid. I didn't touch Raids yet today, did I? As a guild, we're almost done. I think we will be by tomorrow night. But that means we still have to do it today and potentially tomorrow. I'm still just using a Web Spinner quick kill. Yeah, Voice of Orpheus. I was doing that for some amount of times. But it was being a bit slow at times, so I just got rid of it. Yeah, we were doing that at one point. Voice of Orpheus is one of the better cleansers in the game for just not getting countered. It's a very slow troop, but it's really good at cleansing consistently regardless of what the enemy has to counter cleanse aspects. It just does it in every possible way. It does off ability, it does off a trait, it has impervious. Just kind of covers most of your bases. I'm just gonna go for mana. It's better just to Web Spinner here than to keep poking them one at a time. Because even though the other thing has more damage, killing them all simultaneously is just more beneficial. You finished today in 91 rooms. Nice. That's pretty solid. I can't remember what my best was. Whatever 5 bad rooms is. Well, I guess it could be a different layout. I'm actually not sure what my lowest room number is. I know it was a high 80 something, I want to say. We did on like the 3rd or 4th every week. And we only failed 5 rooms. The rest was bare minimum based on the layout. Which I guess based on week from week, you can actually have a different minimum. Because what it generates you can be variable in how many rooms you would have to do to get there. So I guess it's best just to describe it as how many rooms were lost. And I know our best was a 5 lost room. As in only 5 rooms were incorrect. I do not remember the room number, but the room number can change from week to week. Even if you do it perfectly. Just because your layout's different. But 91's still really solid. Honestly, I'm happy with anything under 100 these days. Especially if you're taking dead end rooms. Because my number's always higher than 100 now because I keep taking every dead end room. Or deliberately going down paths that I know are dead end rooms. Just because, or you know, that are dead ends that I think might be dead end rooms just to try to get them. Oh, we haven't killed the raid troop yet. Well, that's what that guy's for. One more fight unless we get a Valraven here. Valraven? Hey, Valraven, nice. Help the guild out for a few more points. Not gonna kill it quite yet, though. Well, at the next opportunity, we will. Oh, yeah, that's really convenient, too. I was mentioning that earlier, but we do have convert, Oh, nice, we get 7% insta-kill. We do get to convert away yellow. Which is really good at making sure Valraven doesn't get anything else. Hello, Bill Warhammer! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. It's a Lester's question. How many tiers do you normally buy? Because I've been doing the 150 method lately. Where you buy like 150 every day and then adjust once the weekend gets here. Or gets there. Based on if you need more or less. Based on where you are. Because that tends to come out to pretty good value overall. And leaves room for adjusting near the end. Either positively or negatively, depend on how it goes. As in either spending less packs per day or more. Alright, it should be the final fight since we just got a Valraven earlier. I know it lived. Let's see. We'll take that one over. I thought that would be enough damage. Apparently not. Apparently not. At this rate, poison's gonna kill it. We might actually legitimately kill it with poison. Look at that though. 3 HP, 2 HP. It's ever so barely short. If only we had a few extra magic bonus. There we go. We actually can be having one more right now if I upgrade one of the Purple Kingdoms. I easily have enough. The main reason I'm waiting is I want to wait till the first 30-star Kingdom of Purples. And that'll be the first one I upgrade. How many Volkies do I have left? I currently have 200 left. Though I have like 1,000 something epic Volkies. We finally broke 1,000 as of last Vault event. It was one of the biggest milestones of last weekend. We're currently sitting on 1,016 epic Volkies right now. Okay, so next thing. We did that, we did that. Let's go do some Underspire then. I believe that is the only game mode left. Until we go run some Vault keys. And I believe, yep, we're right on a dead end room. So we'll take this, hand out a code, and then go through the rest of Underspire. I'll probably open Vault keys the rest of the stream. Probably throw down like 50-ish, give or take a few. What do we want here? Do we have alignment? No, I'm just gonna take... Oh, I don't want to give him extra turn Skull, though. Can I take it? No, I can't take it vertically. Okay, I'm just gonna do that, then. And by vertically, I meant the other thing, not the purple. I'll take the green. Hopefully this doesn't miss. And that is the infinite loop. Alright, come on, legendary, please. We need it. We need it so badly. No! We were doing so good on getting Nishas. Why did we just get a double guard? It feels weird seeing that it say new as well, which means we just upgraded a guard recently. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Oh, so Sun Calls Fallacy. We're already scouted into this one. Let's go down this way. That's really unfortunate. The suspense of the treasure room because we were just out of sigils last time, or whatever they're called, torches. And all we get is a double guard. Though I can't complain too much because all we've been getting lately are Nishas from them. It's a matter of time before we rolled the exact opposite of the spectrum. Oh, so this team really needs an AoE. But there's nowhere to put it unless I get rid of something. Either the Empower or the Hero. If we were to get rid of something, it'd probably be the Empower, oddly enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That could be it. There's a chance. But you do it 300 gems every day? Oh, you go all in. Do you do the dead end rooms after the fact then? Or do you just go and try to find the way? Like after you get to the end, do you use like extra sigils or extra torches to try to find the dead end rooms? Because I personally do a mix, where I do the dead end rooms as I'm trying to get to the end. Rather than just doing all the dead end rooms at the end. Because we will deliberately go down paths that we think are dead end just to claim the double dead end room. even before we reach the end point. Oh, he just converted away my color. I kind of needed that. Though he did create purple, so I guess that's also something we needed. So you gotta be careful. That thing is insta-kill. It's very unlikely it'll get it, but it's more than 0% chance. Which is not ideal. Also, what are you doing surviving with 1 HP? Good thing that skull took it out. Gonna have to cast on it just for 1 damage. Hey, we got it. We didn't get too far detoured. We only got hit by 3. Technically 4 because I went for the dead end. Alright, that's not too big of a detour. At least we didn't go that way. Which is honestly probably a double dead end. Which is why I didn't go over there quite yet, but at some point. We're on 3rd section. Oh yeah, I just realized. I was like, wait, why are my torches so low? I did that yesterday too. It's like, wait, why are you like 0 torches already? It's because I didn't buy any torches yet today. There we go. Let's keep going. Oh yeah, let's go into the code. I said I would do it after that one room, and I still haven't done it. Here you guys go. One moment. Oh yeah, it's my final code too. I didn't check Discord yet today. But hopefully there's codes there, because if there's not, I have no codes left. This is my very, very last code. Also, why is the other computer being so slow right now? I guess I did have it on earlier. Oh yeah, by the way, I did say I'd probably stream tomorrow the other game. I probably won't be able to. I just realized tomorrow. I might not be able to until like Saturday or Sunday. Let's see. So just a heads up on that. But there you guys go. There's the redeem code. But yeah, I don't have any more codes until well, I get more. So I'm actually kind of out now, so I had exactly enough at this point for the first of the until the first of the month. And tomorrow, of course, is the first of the month. So unless there's just some code sitting in my Discord right now, we have 0. I'll go check to see if Jetto gave us any. Also, speaking of which, did they post the calendar today? I didn't bother checking. Hold up. Does anyone know? I feel like someone would have mentioned it if they did, so I assume they haven't. Let's see. Yeah, it's not here. Well, let me refresh. Maybe it is. Yeah, it's not here. They haven't done the calendar, unless they did it only on the forum or something. But, yeah, there's no calendar. Probably because they don't know when they're doing the patch. I think the patch is still up in the air on when it's going to be. Which is why they didn't do a calendar thingy yet. They don't have an official date yet. And when the patch comes out will determine everything, because that determines when the new mythic comes out. I mean, not the new mythic. It determines when the new kingdom comes out as well. As well as potentially the event switching around if there's some kind of new event or something in a new patch. Or something that tweaks that. Yeah, that means they don't even know when next patch is at the moment. We know what dates it's likely to be. It is likely to be either the 5th, which is next week's Tuesday. The 12th, which is the most likely date I feel like at this point. Or the 19th, which is the least likely date. When it's currently slated, or when it was supposed to be slated, is the 5th. The most likely date at this point is the 12th, if they delay it a week. And the 19th would be the latest possible date they would do it. Like, it's literally can't be later than that. Like, that's the absolute cutoff for when they would do it. So it really just comes down to which of the 3. I personally feel like the 12th is the most likely one. Because I feel like if it was going to be the 5th, they would already post the calendar by now. But the fact that they didn't means it's likely getting delayed a week, which would be the 12th. Oh, I thought that was an extra turn. Oh well, as long as we get enough mana here. We didn't. We got an extra turn, but no mana. Go figure. Very rare that that actually happens, where all you get is like a 4 times and nothing else. Yeah, that's generally the worst scenario. I mean, not the worst. The worst is giving them a board of like 1,000 mana, but with like a bunch of 4 times and 5 times set up everywhere. But it's like the next worst, where pretty much everything misses and all you get is a 4 times. Because a 4 times can't even surge, but it's still your turn, so it's kind of clunky. And then you have to take like a 3-pier. And a 3-pier on surge normally does not give any of the infinite loop 12 mana cross journey troops full mana. Because you'll be at 4. Well, I guess it depends on what you have plus into that color. Because that would actually be a 6 into a... If it surges, it would be full mana. But if it doesn't surge, you might not have enough plus into your color to actually get it up with a 4 times. If you only had +2, you'd actually be 1 mana short off of a surge. Oh, no. No, you wouldn't. Never mind. No, off of a non-surge. If you had +2, you'd be 1 off. Because you would get 6 from the 4. Because you would get 4 normally and then +2. And then if you don't surge, you get 3 normally plus 2 for 5. So you would have 11 out of 12 mana. That's the scenario that normally happens. That's a problem. Is you'll be 11 mana instead of 12 in that situation. There's one of the big reasons why 11 to 12 is such a big difference. Well, there's a few other number ranges. It can be fixed by just having another thing on your team for +1 purple or +1 into your color, but there's not always room to have it. Like, this team has, like, no slot for it. I guess we have over Orbweaver, but then we get less spawn off the thing. Actually, does Orbweaver have a +1 purple on its second to last trait? Because I currently have it to set to extra elf magic, which makes me assume it doesn't have a +1 purple. Because I don't think I would use that perk if it had a +1 purple option. So I honestly forget what it even has as a second to last option. I just normally use the +1 to give Weaver better kill range. So of course, this isn't actually a Weaver team. Though it gives her better kill range 2 by 1 as well. Every single time we cast. Oh, an insta-kill. Unfortunately, we got an insta-kill, but he got a resummon, so we're just back at it as if neither of us did anything. That's kind of funny. I don't think I've ever actually seen that before. A neutral luck-based scenario. Where we got lucky on the insta-kill, but he got lucky on the revive, so we still had to do the exact same amount of damage as if neither triggered. Hey, let me go double check. What does Orbweaver get for its second to last traits? It has to be something bad if I end up going for just magic. Oh yeah, it is. It's either give all elves 1 of magic and attack, which is generally the best one, random poison that could potentially help the enemy, or extra mana start to all allies, but if you're running 20% mana start or 50% mana start anyways, it's pointless. And normally you're running 50% mana start with this hero class because you're using it with that other elf from Farce of Thorns to give both this hero class and Arachne Weaver 50% mana start. And they don't stack. Like, doing 50 and 15% does not do 65. It simply would just take the higher number, which would be the 50%. Same as if you have 20% on. There's no point in ever using this because 20% is just better. I guess it frees up a slot, but I don't know, 15% is just so small. If that was 20%, that'd be a different story. Because then you could place it out and switch it out for an Anu, and then have the Anu be just like pure magic instead. But you can't do that with unfortunately. I'm not sure why they made it so low. It really should be 20%. As their strategy for it would actually be present, whereas currently it's just weaker Anu metal. And you just use that instead in every situation. Which is unfortunate. Because if it was the other way around, that would free up for 4 extra magic damage, which would be more magic than the extra +1 to all elves. But it's not worth losing out on like a whole extra mana just for a few damage. I guess in some scenarios it can be. It depends if you're in kill range or not. But normally you wouldn't want to. Oh, hello, Sonny! Thank you for leaving a like. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, which one's highest level? I forgot. We're actually supposed to take highest level here. I was about to go contemplate which way to go, but we already know which way to go. It's this way. Then we gotta figure out which way to go. Yeah, one of the reasons I won't be able to do a midday stream tomorrow, my mom wanted to get like a couple tech-related items. And all day tomorrow, probably not all day, it'll probably take me like a couple hours, but I need to go set up everything that she bought. And honestly, I'm not even sure everything she bought. So whatever all that is, I'm gonna need to help her do that all day. Or however long it takes. I'm pretty sure it won't take that long. Like, if she was to try to do it herself, it would take the entire weekend, so let's get it done in a couple hours. Whatever it is. Let's see, we'll take that one over. She bought a lot of stuff from Amazon during, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and all that. Okay, we'll take that one over, take that one over. Grab all of our mana there. It's kind of amazing because whenever she orders, like, you know, like almost like an IKEA-like item, where it's like some kind of structure that you have to build, like she can follow like an entire booklet of instructions for that. But you can give her like a list of like 10 tasks to do on like a computer or a phone, and she will have no clue how to do it. I don't quite understand the disconnect there. Like, it'd be a 100-page book on like how to build a elaborate chair, and she'll be like, okay, we got this. And it could just be like a basic 5 little step thing for electronic device, and she'll be clueless. Both of my parents are like that. It's kind of funny. I feel like my dad's slightly less so. But they're both kind of like that. Technologically impaired. I'm not sure what the term would be. Like, obviously, I've grown up with it all my life, so I'm just kind of used to, like, general technology. And if you don't know something, you kind of catch on pretty quickly. But, I don't know, just interesting to see someone who has, like, no concept of technology try to figure it out. But I find that weird, because most of you are around that age, too, or even... Well, I guess some of you are a bit younger than that, too. Because my parents are pretty old. They're in, like, 60s range. Like, our average demographic's, like, what, 40 to 50-ish? So you guys would have had technology for a longer duration of time than what they would have had technology for. Or, you know, like, more modern-day technology. Obviously, technology still existed back then, but to no degree that it has in, like, you know, the last few decades. Okay, we'll throw that down, throw that down. It's kind of funny that I mentioned a chair. The one that I actually think of when I think of, like, giant booklet of thing that she put together, she wanted a new wardrobe. So instead of just going to a place and buying one, like, pre-made or anything, she had to go and put together, like, this multi-gigantic wardrobe thing. And it was way too many pieces. It's kind of weird because she did the first one perfectly, but the second one, she somehow really messed up, which I'm even more confused. That was really funny. Because it was the same wardrobe twice. But somehow the first one came out correct, and the second one, very much not so. Probably because she wasn't following the directions as much, I think, the second time. Just kind of being like, oh, okay, just do it the same as the first. And then didn't do it that way. Let's see. I'm really bad at putting anything together, though. What am I doing? I'm like scrolling back and forth trying to find Underspire when it was just sitting right there. I feel like anything that requires tools, I'm bad with. If something can be put together just by snapping things together and screwing things in and stuff like that, you know, like manually with your hands, like I can do that. Once it starts needing like hammers, saw, drill, like any kind of like power tool, I become increasingly clueless. I can barely even use a screwdriver. Let's see. What do we need here? Let's take that for now. So why am I not killing the Doom first? Theoretically, actually, technically the most damaging thing is the Spirit Fox, but I can't target it. But otherwise, the most damaging thing here is actually the Doom. Despite killing it last, or as last as we could have done. I remember when Spirit Fox used to be meta. I miss those days. It was really fun. There was one point when Spirit Fox was like one of the most used empowers in the entire game. Back when we only had like a dozen or two empowers. It was just so good because not only did it counter every other empower, but it also had true damage synergy, as well as, of course, the mana drain, which is most known for. Even a true damage poke on it, especially when that number actually mattered a lot more. As stats have gotten increasingly higher, the amount of true damage it does has become increasingly more relevant. This actually happened to quite a few true damage troops in the game. True damage generally doesn't have as much damage as physical in most situations, so it tends to fall off a bit more compared to really high physical damage. Like, Diamantina will never fall off ever in the history of the game. Like, whatever the highest physical AoE is tends to never fall off. But true damage variants can, oddly enough. It's because of how they scale a little bit differently. And also because they tend to not give true damagers a lot of follow-up in the game for the most part. Like, Spirit Fox removing all yellow and potentially getting extra turn is one of the highest follow-ups even on a true damager. There's very few, like, immediate true damage. It's one of the reasons why Orbweaver is so broken. Is if it gets a kill, you'd basically just cleared the whole board, potentially in an extra turn, potentially in, like, full mana everything. Most true damagers don't do that. Even Grey King has that benefit, and one of the reasons why it's kind of, decently used from time to time as a mass destroy board control. Unfortunately, you do have to target it a little bit differently depending on if you want to maximize on damage or maximize on alignment. But it still works out really well for a true damager. Oh no. He's got webbed. Oh, I was gonna say, how on earth do you get webbed? You have immune. It doesn't have immune because it's cursed. You got curse webbed. Wait, is that your ability? Doesn't someone here do curse web? Or is that on Skull or something? Wait, how do we get both curse and webbed? Something there has it. That's really unfortunate. I think I'm going to cast this for mana. The only problem is we do like 0 damage per cast. Oh, also we're frozen right now. Oh. Wait, we're still frozen. Wait. That's a problem. That's a problem. Nice way of calling us all old? No. I meant that just in, like, older than me, not old as in old. Okay, I'm just gonna have to keep casting this one. Also, I have no way to stun it, so it's just gonna do its thing. Not much I can do about that. At least we're not frozen anymore. Take that over, get her a little poke. Take it again, get her a little bit of mana. You're old and very good with software and setup. And I feel like people who try to be at an older age, they can pick up on it. But I don't know, my mom just doesn't really try to learn technology. Which is weird because she actually used to work like slightly in a medical field with, you know, some technological devices. She hasn't in a very long time, like multiple decades. But at some point she was. Oh, what do I even take here? And your son is clueless about most tech. It's actually really weird for a kid these days. Because I feel like that's something most just kind of get acquainted to pretty quickly. I know I was around a lot of technology when I was younger. And my cousins got me into a lot of things too. And their dad used to work for a software thing. Or not a software thing. I forget exactly what it was, but it was some kind of like computer related service. So they were always up on all the technology. Definitely a lot more than what I had at my main house. Or, you know, at my house. I say main house because I was there like almost every weekend at one point. For some duration. Let's see, because my mom's mom used to be there and we used to visit it a lot. A lot of weekends. But unfortunately, we ended up getting a merchant room. Which basically means we found a super dead end. They're like normal dead ends, but with additional disappointment. Okay. So yeah, let's keep going next time. Unfortunate. What is our current zone? Our current zone is everything over here. So that's obviously a dead end. If that's somehow the boss room with a 2 off, I am so absurdly surprised. So the only path left is to go right. And then we have a choice of either down or right after that. But we can't do that till tomorrow. Anyways, let's go around and open some walkies. Not sure how many we'll do. Maybe like a solid 30 or so. Actually, maybe 25 so we get to 175. Maybe we'll start opening like 25 a day for a little bit. All of next week I won't be opening any because of Guild War. Because we'll be focusing on that, which will take up an extra like 15 minutes each stream. But for now, let's go and yeah, well, I think we'll open 25 and then we'll open like 25 for tomorrow, the next day. That way by the time we hit Monday, we have 100 left. And then all next week we just focus on Guild War stuff. And we'll open that other 100 like the following week or so. Excuse me, or something. Gosh, why do I have like hiccups all of a sudden? Anyways, what am I doing? I need to go do one-shot team. One-shot Diamantina. Let's go do 25 fights here. He just uses the tech. He doesn't know how to troubleshoot it. Well, I kind of had to because my parents were so bad at doing it. Which I think might actually be the main reason why a lot of kids might actually know it pretty well. So I guess it's kind of 180ing at this point. Because if your parents don't know how to do it, you have to learn how to do it yourself. But if your parents already know how to do technology, then you don't learn technology as much. So everyone who had parents who are completely clueless at it, like me, they ends up learning. Which, you know, most people around my age would have been. Because most of our parents would have been slightly more clueless. However, yeah, if you have parents that already know how to do it, I guess you actually learn technology slightly less in a sense. Because you don't have to learn it yourself. Because I had to if I wanted to learn anything. Because I couldn't just ask my parents anything. It's one of the reasons I'm probably so good at math. My parents are so abysmal at math. So I had to always figure out everything on my own. Like, I remember even up to, like, 2nd or 3rd grade, they had no clue how to do my math homework. Let's see. Though to some degree, they do teach it kind of weird sometimes. However, the basic fundamentals are still there. Even if the way that you get to the answer is different, you could still use the old method to, you know, still get there. It's not like math changed. There might be new ways to get there, but you still get to the same thing. Say hello, Timmy. Hello, Defiant. Welcome, welcome. Hey, you gotta run. Catch you later. Have a good weekend. Best of luck on the Mythic tomorrow if you're going for it. It's pretty bad, though, but, you know, completionist's sake, just to have another copy. Or, you know, just to have it. Better to have a Mythic that is new than a... or it's better to have a bad Mythic that's new than a repeat Mythic that is good. I shouldn't say that, but, you know, it's generally better to have a new Mythic that is bad than any repeat Mythic that you don't need. Because there are some that are worth having multiple copies of, though most of them aren't, of course. Alright, what do we need here? Throw down, you know what, I'll take the purple. Throw down the explosion. You can go as far as Algebra 2. I could go as far as maybe Algebra 1. I feel like there's some things in calculus and higher level algebra where fundamentally I will understand what to do, but I will have no clue how to explain it to another person. Like, I can look at the question and probably get to an answer that is likely correct or very close to correct, but I will have no clue how to describe how I got there. It's just some things you just kind of know. Hey, we got a 120. You were invited at college at 8 for calculus? Oh, gosh. I was always ahead of like a couple years for math, but never that far ahead. It was kind of weird for me because I was so behind in like reading and writing, despite liking it a lot. Yet, something like math I was always like decently ahead on. So it was like a weird mix where I was behind on some subjects but ahead on others. I also always hated history. I hate remembering numbers of specific dates. I think the biggest thing I hate with history is unlike things like science, math, and similar subjects, even writing to some degree, like, you can get to the right answer without knowing the right answer, if that makes any sense. Like, you can get through various formulas or just prior knowledge, even without fully knowing what you need to do to still get to where you need to go. Whereas you can't do that with history. You either know it or you don't know it. There's not like a formula or any previous derived information where you can kind of get to the conclusion. If you need to know a specific date or a specific person or a specific motive or a specific war or specific anything. But you can easily do that with math, writing, science, most other similar subjects. I say that, I can't think of a single other one, but there are a few others in there. There's a lot of science just common sense a lot of times. Like, basically common sense combined with math. Hey, an orb. Hey, disappointment. Actually, purple's not that much disappointment. That's like the mid-range. Like, that's not disappointing, but I wish it was better. Alright, I'll take that. Oh yeah, I remember chemistry. Chemistry was fun. Though, honestly, I hated every teacher I ever had for chemistry, both in college and in high school. I'm not sure why, but I could never get a good chemistry teacher. Like, the subject was cool, but I just never had a good teacher for it, so I didn't appreciate it as much. Same as physics. Though I had really good, like, biology teachers and stuff like that. So it made me like those subjects more. I almost, like, hate chemistry and physics just because of the teachers I had. Not even because I hate the subject, I just hate the teachers. Alright, 4 more. Did I get to make chemistry structures with the candy dots? No. We didn't do anything fun like that. Alright, 2 more. I'll probably call it for tonight. And then tomorrow, hopefully pretty early. Because I will be busy most of the day. So hopefully pretty early. Hopefully tonight I'll have the video up going over the new Mythic. It's pretty bad, but it can still be built into stuff. Like, it's going to be a fun trip to use. But it requires a lot of work to use it. You're going to need a dedicated stunner. So you're going to either have to use Obsidius or Elementalist, or, you know, anything else to offset. It doesn't have to be those, but those are some of the better ones. You're gonna need that. You're gonna need like a skull spammer to help it. Oh no, it just requires too much effort to make it work. Like, you can make it work, it's just not worth making it work. But we're still gonna get it. Still need it for completion's sake. It's another star for Pan's Veil. And by that I mean it's not another star for Pan's Veil because there's no way we're getting it above 26 anytime soon. It's in theory a star for Pan's Veil. Actually, let me go double check right now. I actually forget. What star does it reach? One of these goes to main page. I'm looking for Max Kingdom power. I just wanted to double check what its power is. I think it's 28 or 29. It's definitely not 30. Let me go double check the wiki. I mean, not the wiki, whatever this is. Bright Forest, Pan's Veil. Yeah, Pan's Veil reaches 28 stars tomorrow. And Bright Forest apparently is the other troop that we're getting for Bounty Hunter. Yeah, Pan's Veil is 28able tomorrow. Oh, Midnight Kingdom power level 2! Assuming it comes out then, I still feel like it's not going to be that date. For Midnight Kingdom to come out on this date right here. Also, why only power level 2? That is so sad. But for this to happen, we'd have to get a patch on the 5th. And I don't feel like we're going to get a patch on the 5th. I feel like it's going to be on the 12th. But for this to happen, it would have to be a December 5th patch. For 7.4? 3? What patch are we on? Whatever number is. I think it's 7.4. Oh, our next 30 star is on the 18th. 1 week before Christmas. And in early next year, Forest of Thorns, too. That's an attack kingdom. Ooh, you know what? We could actually start upgrading that. Because we've maxed out Zolkiri. So now we can actually start prioritizing a second green kingdom. And it might be Forest of Thorns, to be honest. There's a lot of really good troops there that that can be utilized across a very wide range. And it gains an attack bonus to kind of split up our bonuses a little bit. Because I think I was upgrading another attack bonus too, so we can kind of stack it a little bit. And it's spread out into the other ones. Interesting. Yeah, we're actually getting 230 stars next month then. Stormheim for HP on the 30th, which is another blue kingdom. I'm not sure why, but they keep just maxing blue kingdoms. This is the third max blue kingdom. We don't even have a max kingdom for every color yet. And this will be our third blue one. And Forest of Thorns being the second green one on the early next year. That's all we have in Visible Sight until pretty much May at this point. Or not May, I mean March. But anyways, guys, we're going to end it there for now. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week, wonderful weekend. Best of luck on the Mythic tomorrow. Cover a video on it as soon as we can. And we'll be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. And we'll go from there. Took a while for Volpacia. Honestly, I feel like they forgot Volpacia exists. I know I do. This is a kingdom where I'm so surprised we haven't had like 5 more events than what we've had. I feel like it's getting nothing, and I'm concerned with that with the next kingdom. Like they're really neglecting some of the newer kingdoms as far as content. Another one like that, Hellcrag. Like when was the last Hellcrag event? Like it is so behind the curve of where kingdoms need to be because they're relatively new. Nexus to some degree too. Like all of the ones that they started adding since the new wave of them adding kingdoms are really far behind. Even Nexus, which I believe was the first of the new kingdoms, if I'm not mistaken. He's brought in elementals and everything. Like even that one's still pretty far behind. But you look at Volpacia, it is absurdly far behind. It's power level 9 right now. And a new kingdom that's going to come out will be power level 2, and then it will go up to like 6 or 7 after like a month or so. Yeah, it needs a bit of work. They keep releasing new kingdoms as if it's like 5 years ago. Like they need to add more troops to an initial kingdom when they add a kingdom. Like we got 2 this year, but honestly, they need to kind of go cut it back down to 1 or something and just add like 15 troops when a new kingdom comes out. Because they can't just do 8 or 10 like they used to. It's just going to make the kingdom so far behind, unless they're going to completely revamp how the event system works at some point. But anyways, guys, we're going to call it there for now. I hope you all have a wonderful week, wonderful weekend, and best of luck with the Mythic tomorrow. I'll have a video on it soon. Catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone, and thanks for watching.